Hi everybody, coming to you live from downtown San Francisco. I got a couple of meetings in the city this morning, so I thought, you know what, I don't have a lot of time and I got a couple of videos I need to narrate and load up, so here we are. Anyway, here's my buddy Ted and I. We are finishing up all of the riveting of the top skins on the right wing, including those beautiful stiffeners. I will be going back to the left wing and retrofitting these stiffeners in the very near future, I guarantee you. After having done this already, and I've already put the J channel in by now, man, that area is stiff. I'm really thinking about making the wing walk a little bit extended, in fact. So nothing really exciting in this video, just us doing this. So I thought I would educate the home building community about experimental versus certified aircraft and the FAA. Those c***lers. So a long time ago, the FAA said, you know, we got to inspect every single plane that goes up. I mean, this is, a long time ago, when no one really had any idea what they were doing compared to now. I mean, these were great men taking bold leaps into the sky, etc. So Cessna, in order to be able to make 172s over and over and over and over and over again, have their plane what's called certified. The FAA looks at it and says, you know what, this plane in this current setup is safe for you to build, and so they can go and they can make that exact plane 1,000 times without needing to have each and every one examined by a designated airworthiness representative, which is what experimentals have to do. So an experimental aircraft, these are all built by, what they could technically be built by Cessna. They can be built by anyone, but because it's not a certified aircraft, each one of them has to be inspected by a designated airworthiness representative to be deemed airworthy. Right, so that's one difference. Certified aircraft like 172s, they just get built ad nauseum by Cessna and no one ever, flinches. I mean, each of them get test flown, of course, but, the FAA is not going to show up and say, okay, let me see your wingtips. So now fast forward to actually doing fixes on these planes. Because a certified plane is certified, it is certified with a very specific list of parts and equipment that when you need to replace them, you got to get a certified part, or a part that is considered an alternate to that certified part. Because it would be unfair if only one company made, say, vacuum gauges. So, I want to make vacuum gauges, great. I make a new one, or I make one that models previously made one. I give it to the FAA for inspection. They test it and they say, oh, this is great. This is going to work fine. So this can be an alternate part to Cessna part, blah, 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 blah. And where that comes into play is when you and I, the airplane pilot / owner operator, has to buy, let's say, that new vacuum gauge. Well, a vacuum gauge for a 1979 172, if you want to buy one from Cessna or a Textron, is going to be at least $500 used. God damn it. But another part, which isn't built by Cessna, it's about 180 bucks. The problem is, if you put it in that plane and it's not an alternate part listed, officially listed alternate part, and something happens, it's your ass. Well, technically it's the ass of the A&P that put it in and logged it. Sorry, this really makes me angry. And I understand, it's a safety issue. You don't want people, just any John, Dick, or Harry making parts, putting them in planes, and then having people just crashing into the suburbs all the time because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I get that. So just, no, that's one of the things about experimental aircraft. I'm the owner-operator. I've made this plane. It has been examined by a designated airworthiness rep, and as far as they're concerned, this current setup of my plane is legal to fly. Now, you start changing things, then you got to get it recertified. This isn't one of those things where you can just build a plane and say, you know what, I'm taking that gas engine out, I'm going to put a bunch of hamsters in wheels, and they're going to power my prop. No, that don't work. But you can do anything you want the first time and have it inspected. Oh yeah, that's good. I like the hamsters. Go with the hamsters. What kind of mileage you get with those guys? Yeah, it's just I bring this up because as not only an experimental home builder, being able to do my own thing, but also being the maintenance officer for a club filled with certified aircraft, my days are spent in, it's basically a tale of two cities over here. You're watching the best of times right here is what you're watching. The worst of times is when I've got to, in this video, turn around and pay $500 for a damn vacuum gauge that I could just as easily get from Aircraft Spruce for $180, which works perfectly well. But since the FAA has not deemed it necessary, not deemed it, good enough to use, I can't use that one. The dirty little secret is if you pull open about 80% of the Cessnas out there with replacement vacuum gauges, guess what? They're all not from Cessna. Anyway, rant over. As you can see, we're done here. I've already also put the nut plates on the inboard most rib and have put those in. So in the next video, we will be putting in the J channel and riveting that in, and then that's pretty much it. Well, then I have to do the outboard aileron hinge, but we'll also do that in the next one as well. So I'll see you soon.